and economic opportunity. But if one of us can't win on those values, then none of us can. For those values are America. Tuesday, your vote does matter for all of us. Do what's right. Mondale Ferraro. They're fighting for our future.
This is CBS.
U.S. Senate candidate Lloyd Doggett is making another bid for support in Austin tonight.
And Austin police are searching for leads in the murder of a man whose body was discovered today in Town Lake.
We'll have those stories and much more coming up next on the 10 o'clock report.
H-E-B's Hickory Smoked Ranch Country Beef Treat is a favorite for special occasions year-round. A treat that's ready to go anywhere. Good with cheese and crackers for impromptu get-togethers. Beef Treat's delicious smoky flavor complements any party table. And it makes a welcome gift for friends and family anytime. Whatever the occasion, Beef Treat is a treat you'll enjoy. You'll find Ranch Country Beef Treat in the meat market at your neighborhood H-E-B.
Bill and Karen Patman's roots go deep in this part of Texas. Bill's a farmer and rancher. He knows the people, and he keeps in touch. He sends regular newsletters and questionnaires, and he's held 111 town meetings to listen to what we think. He's helped thousands of folks with their problems. He's a good neighbor, a strong leader, and one of our own.
This is Congressman Bill Patman. I've worked hard to earn your trust. I'm going to keep working for you and for a better America.
In today's Army, when artillery goes to the field, so does high technology.
Be all that you can be. Keep on reaching. Keep on growing.
Computers, laser-guided missiles, and teamwork honed to a split-second response. Only the Army gives you this kind of training with just a 2-year enlistment.
You can do it in the Army.
This is KTBC-TV, Channel 7, Austin. From Austin's News Channel, this is the Channel 7 News 10 o'clock reports with Carlos Ramirez and Betty Cross, Mike Chilinas with weather, and Mark Covey on sports.
Good evening, and thank you very much for joining us. I'm Betty Cross.
And I'm Carlos Ramirez. More than 500 people showed up at a rally and fundraiser tonight for U.S. Senate hopeful Lloyd Doggett. Brian Mylar says Doggett supporters are expecting a close race with Congressman Phil Gramm, but are confident of a victory.
There was a scent of victory in the air tonight as Doggett backers arrived at their candidate's last stop in Austin before the election. And when Doggett arrived, state Democratic officials seemed to come out of the woodwork as the podium resembled a who's who of Texas government. And more than a hatful of money was collected as Agriculture Commissioner Jim Hightower made a pitch for support from the crowd. The money will go to fund Election Day activities such as phone banking and poll watching. And when Doggett got to the podium, it was obvious that he was talking to his hometown crowd. He told supporters to keep up the effort right up until Election Day.
I know we can't get everyone, but by golly, we cannot have too many people down there working tomorrow night and on Tuesday. If you can take some time off from work, if you can be there, there are calls to be made, there's signs to get up.
After tonight's rally, Doggett's next stops will be in Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio tomorrow. After that, it's just a matter of waiting for the boats to start rolling in on Tuesday. Brian Mylar, Channel 7 News, 10 o'clock reports.
Now, despite the efforts of candidates Lloyd Doggett and Phil Gramm to win a seat in the U.S. Senate, they may find their political fates depend on who Texans vote for president. It seems a lot of Senate candidates ride into office on the coattails of a winning presidential candidate. And tonight, Channel 7 political analyst Neil Spells tells us why.
You know, when you look at the race to see whether it'll be Lloyd Doggett or Phil Gramm who will take U.S. Senator John Tower's seat, you also have to keep an eye on how Texas is voting for president, because there's no question that the presidential race will have an impact on the senatorial contest. If, for instance, Democrat Walter Mondale carries Texas, then there's just almost no doubt that Democrat Lloyd Doggett will be the junior U.S. Senator from Texas. But on the other hand, if Republican Ronald Reagan carries Texas, it may depend on the margin of Reagan's victory before you could declare Republican Phil Gramm our next United States Senator. Let me give you an example. In 1972, Richard Nixon got almost 500,000 votes more than did John Tower. Now, if Nixon had not drubbed George McGovern by 2-1, it's entirely likely that Barefoot Sanders, who's now a federal judge, could have been elected to the United States Senate. Nixon's coattails were very long in normally Democratic Texas to give Tower a good pull to victory. That's why on election night, we're going to be keeping a close watch on that presidential race as we try to give you some indication of what to expect in the Senate contest. This is Neil Spells.
And if Democrats are going to do well this Tuesday, they're going to need the support of Hispanics. So today, Walter Mondale took a last-minute swing through the Rio Grande Valley. He told the crowd in McAllen that they put him in this race and then asked for another push into the White House. Mondale pledged that if they will help elect him, he will become the first president to name a Hispanic to his cabinet.
Austin police tonight are investigating a homicide after finding several parts of a body in Town Lake this morning. Passers-by found some of the remains, and the Austin Fire Department was called out to help with the search. Officials believe the victim was a white male of medium build. They will be taking fingerprints and comparing them to those on file at the police department. Investigators say it may take several days or longer to determine the man's identity.
And coming up, Mike says we can look forward to a nice day tomorrow.
We'll be in next with our Monday morning forecast. Stay with us.
Hey, man, I love the video, man. All right. Next, a musical message on stage from rock great Stevie Wonder, plus the Pointer Sisters, Jeffrey Osborne, and Cyndi Lauper's latest. Then have yourself a quiet riot and try on Elton John's Red Hot Video with host Rick Dees on the new Solid Gold.
Solid Gold, tonight at 10:30 right here on Channel 7.
The president of McMorris Ford said liquidate 300 cars and trucks during the first 4 days of November. Liquidate. Like Escort, $128 a month, no down payment. Ranger, $146 a month, no down payment. Plus, hail damage discounts on 18 demonstrators, like this loaded Thunderbird, discounted $3,500. Yours for $94.90, not $13,000. Or a loaded Super Cab, discounted $4,000, all with no money down. If you're thinking about a newer used car or truck, this is it at McMorris Ford, downtown.
It's Wilson's 36th anniversary, and we're celebrating with spectacular savings throughout the store. Like 20% off our entire selection of quality Seiko watches, 20% off this dazzling array of men's diamond rings, and Wilson's carries a full selection of Casio watches, like these specially sale-priced sporty men's watches in black and gold tone with analog and digital displays. So hurry to Wilson's 36th and make it a happy anniversary for you.
If you love today's weather, I think you'll like to hear what he has to say next.
I think so. Let's take a look right now. Currently, here's what things look like outside of the airport. Clear skies, a temperature of 59 degrees. Relative humidity a little stiff at 87%. Winds are to the northwest, and the barometric pressure is on the rise. The afternoon high made it all the way up to 76 degrees today, with a morning low at 55. No rainfall at all to tell you about. The lake levels look something like this. Buchanan and Travis, both of them currently are on the rise. Start off taking a look at a national satellite photo this evening. Lo and behold, for the first time in ages, lots of clear skies across Texas. Here's the frontal features across the United States. Did have a cold front push through this morning. It's well to the south of us. And I think with that in mind, we'll see clear sailing for the next several days. High pressure will build up to the north of us. That will ridge down, give us clear days and clear nights, plenty of sunshine in between. And with that, temperatures will be pretty warm tomorrow. We'll look for the afternoon high to pop up to about 75, 77 degrees. If traveling northward into the Panhandle, take a jacket along with you. They'll see afternoon highs only in the 60s. Across the area right now, it's going to be chilly tonight. Make sure you have an extra blanket available. 59 currently at Georgetown, 57 at Temple, and 61 degrees at Elgin. Our special town for the night is all the way in southwestern Kendall County. A big hello to all the folks out in Comfort tonight. We'd like to thank John Lloyd for the temperature. He says it's 60 degrees. Here's a look at the forecast tonight in Austin. Clear and cool with an overnight low of 47. For tomorrow, sunny and mild, afternoon high 78. Tomorrow night, we'll look for clear and cold conditions with an overnight low of 44 degrees. We'll extend that, and that'll take us all the way into Thursday. Partly cloudy skies, temperatures in the 70s and 80s. Not bad. That's the weather.
Sounds good. Thank you, Mike. Ready?
And today was not a good day for the Cowboys or the Oilers.
Greg Kerr will update us on today's action. Stay with us.
International House of Pancakes restaurant has some eye-opening news for everyone who's just too busy to eat a good hot breakfast. The 15-minute breakfast, served Monday through Friday. Now, just order anything on our breakfast menu, and we'll have you in, out, and well-fed in 15 minutes. The International House of Pancakes 15-minute breakfast. It's about time.
99-cent breakfast special. 1 egg, any style, hash browns and toast. Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. 99-cent breakfast at IHOP.
Right now, you can save 10 to 25% on Foley's entire stock of quality carpet and 10 to 60% on every area rug in stock. Famous names like Philadelphia, Cabin Craft, Karistan, Foley's own brand, and more. And Foley's sale prices on carpet include installation and padding. Save on Foley's area rugs, your choice of many colors and styles. There was never a better time to buy. Save 10 to 60% on the entire stock of carpets and area rugs during the giant carpet rug sale right now at Foley's.
I still can't believe it. We told Ed at our Century 21 office everything we dreamed of in a home. Karen even put our dreams in crayon. He studied that drawing and carefully listened to us. Then, through streets he knew like the back of his hand, he led us to a dream come true.
It's our house! But number one to work for you, Century 21.
Make moving across town or across the country easier. Call Century 21 today.
Well, no good news for Texas football fans today.
Certainly not. Do you expect the Oilers to lose every Sunday or what?
Yes, it's about time to start expecting it.
Right. Well, NFL week number 10 was not especially kind to either the Oilers or Cowboys this afternoon. It was Dallas and the New York Giants at Texas Stadium. The Giants did enough to win this one 19-7. Giants' Ali Haji-Sheik started the scoring off today with his 40-yard field goal to put the Giants up 3-0. Haji-Sheik was a perfect 4 of 4 on the afternoon. Trailing 6-zip, Cowboys take the lead in the second quarter. Gary Hogaboom subbing for Danny White hits Tony Hill for 30 yards and the touchdown. Giants came right back. His perfect strike, Lionel Manuel from Phil Simms put the Giants up for good 13-7. The Giants go on to win this one 19-7 over the Cowboys. Both 6-4 now. There's a three-way tie for first in the NFC East. First time since 1974 the Giants have won at Texas Stadium. Meanwhile, in Pittsburgh, the Steelers handed the hapless Oilers their 10th straight loss and 23rd straight setback on the road. It was Pittsburgh 35-7. Another frustrating day for the Oilers, and the combination of Mark Malone and John Stallworth didn't help matters. Stallworth had 3 touchdown catches today. Malone added another as the Steelers blasted the Oilers by 28 points. Houston falls to 0-10 for the season. Elsewhere around the NFL today, Cincinnati falls to San Francisco 23-17. St. Louis is upset today by the LA Rams 16-13. Miami stays unbeaten with a 31-17 win over the New York Jets. And in Chicago this afternoon, the Bears and Raiders. Chicago dominated this one. Walter Payton with his 18-yard burst. Watch Walter go. This guy's incredible. Payton with 2 touchdowns on the day, 111 yards rushing. 61st time he's rushed for over 100 yards in a game. Chicago wins this one with 9 quarterback sacks over the LA Raiders, 17-6. The Bears now 7-3. Elsewhere around the NFL this afternoon, Denver rallies past New England. Seattle destroys Kansas City 45-0. Green Bay rips New Orleans 23-13. San Diego over Indianapolis 38-10. Philadelphia 23 draw today with Detroit. Cleveland nips Buffalo 13-10. Bills fall to 0-10 for the season. Minnesota over Tampa Bay 27-24 in overtime, and Atlanta, Washington tomorrow night. Turning to basketball, it was the Spurs and Knicks tonight in San Antonio. Gene Banks underneath with a feed to Ozell Jones. Boom! Score that one too for the Spurs, but the Knicks came right back. Bernard King, who had 44 points on the night, bullseye score that one, and that's the way it ends tonight in the Hemisphere Arena. Some good NBA basketball this evening. And for Sunday night, that's sports.
Did Tom Landry say anything about what he's going to be doing to try to get the Cowboys back on the right track here?
What can you do? They went with Danny White and Gary Hogaboom today. He said they would both play. Danny White hurt his shoulder. It didn't matter. Their offense is, well, stinking up the place. I hate to put it in that way, but it's true. Also, it might bring up maybe a surprise this week when the polls come out. Texas had a hard time beating Texas Tech. Nebraska, who was rated number 3, rolled past Iowa State 44-0. Maybe a little flip-flop there. Who knows?
Yeah.
In sports.
Okay. Thanks so much, Greg.
Okay, Greg. Thank you. That's our report for now. The CBS Sunday Night News is next. Thanks for joining us.
Good night.
For over 34 years,